Alright, hello everybody. This time I turned the lights on in the kitchen because I realized it was kind of distracting and creepy last time when I didn't have the lights on. So, problem solved. But, anyway, today we're going to talk about something that I think is kind of an interesting topic, and this is mostly brought up by the fact that we're almost coming up on the 1 year of Cyberpunk being out. So I wanted to circle back to this of kind of the topic of how gamers can kind of ruin games. And this is going to be, covering multiple things, and obviously, everything wrong with Cyberpunk is not the fault of the consumer, but there is something with that I feel should be said. One of those big problems, honestly, so we're going to use Cyberpunk as a starting example, is that game, the developers said it wasn't ready to be released, and they kept delaying it, and gamers were getting frustrated. And there was a lot of pressure for it to be released, then and there, even though the developers were saying, hey, it's not ready. Now, of course, that's not fully the fault of the gamers, but the pressure for it to be released when it was being stated hey, this game is not yet ready, where there's a lot of stuff we still need to do to make it the best game it can possibly be, obviously pushing for it to come out, and then people complaining that, oh, it's full of glitches, there's not everything that they said there would be. There were complaints about it not running well, but me and my husband were playing on a PS4 Pro on a 4K TV, and we honestly didn't have any lag issues or anything like that. That was just us. So I'm not saying other people didn't have that, but for us at least we didn't. But it's a lot of the problems were because the game was kind of forced to be rushed out before it was ready. And, obviously if a game is being rushed out, then yeah, it's probably going to be full of glitches, and it's not necessarily even going to have all the features that the developers promised it would, because they didn't have enough time. If you don't have enough time, I don't know what you're supposed to do. And so, because the game itself, it's a good game. I enjoyed Cyberpunk. My husband enjoyed Cyberpunk. Were there definitely improvements that could be made? Yes, the world could be more filled, the AIs could actually be more interesting, the driving could be improved on, but it honestly, people ripped that game apart. And even with all its bug issues and everything, honestly, it wasn't a bad game. But it got ruined and overshadowed on the story, I feel and what really made the game by all its issues. Because honestly, the soundtrack is great. The soundtrack, it's exactly what you would expect for that kind of game. The environment, I really liked Night City. It was cool to explore. And I do wish you could see your character more, considering how much customization you could do. It feels kind of weird that you don't see your character that much, but there's a lot of games that are like that. But honestly, the game, it is a good game, but I feel it's not going to hit the status it should simply because of a horrible release. Now, another game that I never played it, but that had the same issue was The Witcher 3. Came out, was horrible, full of bugs, just everybody panned it. It was not a good game. Now, look at it. It's on every console, Game of the Year. People praise the crap out of Witcher 3. So it's who's to say that Cyberpunk then can't be fixed? But I feel a lot of good games probably get ruined by that, of gamers pushing to get the game out sooner. And then again, it's not fully the consumer's fault, because obviously they're not holding the developers at gunpoint saying to release the game now, but with all the pressure and everything, the publishers push to get the game out. Or maybe not even the publishers, I don't know who exactly, but the game is then pushed to be let out because everyone's complaining and they want the game now, so it's released before it honestly should be. Because I personally would rather, as annoying as it can be, have delays and wait for the game for it to be the absolute best game it can possibly be, and have it later rather than sooner and have a really crappy game. But that's just that's just me. Now, another way that gamers do have more of a direct effect on kind of ruining some games is, and I talked about this a little before in a previous video on League of Legends, but the communities that people will build. And I guess I'm talking mostly for games like League or, you know, just MMOs and whatnot, but a lot of people, you get the established fan base and then you get new people coming in who maybe aren't that good or whatever, so they'll just trash talk that person, they'll try to leave the game early and, you know, oh, I shouldn't get punished for leaving because this person sucks and everything, and it's like, how are new people supposed to get better at the game and, you know, expand like the game's popularity of having new people come in if you're gonna act like that and treat new people like that? Now, I'm not saying you have to baby and coddle them and everything, but it's like, if you're not making an environment where people will come into the game and want to be in it, then honestly the game's probably gonna die out eventually, because if you're not getting new people, there's not going to be enough demand for updates or, you know, new releases of the game or whatever, and the community is going to die out and it's going to get spread around, and even the people who are long established in the community are probably going to leave because they're tired of then ending up only dealing with the super toxic people, because it's just the super toxic people left. And you know, it's even like, so that kind of general idea even in like single player games of like people being like, oh, well, you know, you weren't there since the beginning or whatever, so you can't play the game. And yes, even sometimes, it doesn't happen often, but you know, guys trying to gatekeep of girls can't play certain types of games or whatever. Like, this isn't a, you know, rant about that, but that is something that happens. And it's, like I said, this is more a problem in games than like MMOs and stuff, but it definitely can ruin it, because a lot of people, and they're only half joking, will make jokes about, oh yeah, I'll never touch League, I'll never play League because the community sucks so bad, and be like, oh, you know, the absolute, you know, life sucks, but at least I don't play League and everything. And it's, a lot of people are saying that because the community is so terrible that people genuinely don't want to play League of Legends and admit that they even play it and are a part of that community in any way. So, you know, you're kind of hurting it. We're kind of hurting it. And I say we because, you know, I play League. I'm obviously not the toxic part, but we're kind of hurting it. Like, you can't be booting out the old people and not giving new people a fair chance if you want the game to continue. Now, the last point I'm going to talk about of how us gamers can ruin games and certain franchises, but mostly right now we're going to be talking about games, is all the time we complain that we want something new. We're tired of the same old thing. We're tired of the same old Call of Duty. A new game comes out, it does interesting things, but it either gets ignored or people don't like it because, oh, it's too weird and too out there, I don't like it. And then they just go back to buying Call of Duty. But then they're going to complain that they're tired of the same old formula and want new stuff, but they never give it a chance. So, which is it, you guys? Do you want new and different and innovative games, or do you want Call of Duty number 5056? And I'm only saying Call of Duty just because that's one of the big ones I can think of that comes to my head. But it's like, y'all say you want one thing, and then when someone tries to give you that one thing or do that one thing, you basically sit there and pan it, won't give it a try, you say it sucks. And of course that's not every gamer, but you then put your money into Call of Duty because you sit there and like, oh, I know Call of Duty's gonna suck, but I'm gonna buy the new one anyway, just, you know, just because it's Call of Duty. So even though I know it sucks, I know it's gonna suck, I'm not gonna play it that much, I hate it, I'm just gonna buy the new Call of Duty anyway. And it's like, well, you're more speaking with your wallet and your reviews there. You're saying, I wish I could have this one thing and putting it on a wish list, but you say something completely different with your reviews and your wallet. So, which is it you want? Y'all, you gotta make up your mind. And I personally vote I would like to see more interesting games. There's nothing wrong with keeping consistent IPs, but it's just what I say. Anyway, sorry that this was a bit more of a negative video. It's just kind of some stuff I wanted to talk about and get off my chest a little, maybe even, you know, down in the comments below, start a discussion on this. What do y'all think? Do you agree with me? You think I'm completely wrong? Are there other things, instances of that you can think of? But anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. You don't have to, but it helps to let me know what you enjoy watching. You can leave a dislike even, but apparently nobody can see it because YouTube doesn't want you all to know if you dislike something or not, which is kind of dumb. If you want to see more videos like this, I upload review videos every Monday and Friday, and gameplay videos for now are still going up Saturday and Wednesday kind of, or Sunday and Wednesday kind of, but that might change. Fair warning, review videos will not though, but if you just want to make it easy and just have it pop up every time I upload, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It makes life easy for you. If you want to see me stream on, for now it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time about, and then Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but that might be subject to change because I have 2 kids, a little over a 1-year-old and then a 6-week-old, and I'm working on getting a job, so that could be subject to change, but that will be updated on the schedule on my Twitch, which is linked down below, along with all my other socials. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's going to be it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.